Welcome to Scaffold Theater. It's lovely to see the house so full. We haven't had to turn anyone away, which is great. Which also means that we've packed in a few extra seats tonight. So, particularly you folks that are sitting right along that wall, see the yellow line? That's people are going to be running in and out there. So if you can keep your feet tucked as much as possible, especially in seat transitions, that would be awesome. This aisleway as well needs to be kept as clear as possible. We have people coming in and out, fighting, blood, all of it. Get to know your neighbors. All right, we have a fantastic closing night for you. We're so excited to see you. Tonight's production is funded in part by ZAP, Zoo Arts and Parks in Salt Lake County. So if you're a Salt Lake County taxpayer, thank you. You're supporting us. Please take a moment to silence your cell phones. I promise if it goes off in the middle of production, we will all know it. It has happened. So I'm serious, silence them. We don't want to hear it. And let's see what else. I had a cheat sheet of all the things I need to tell you. Tonight's production will use theatrical haze, fog, there's been some of that already, and will depict scenes of violence, murder, and suicide. If you came looking for Mary Poppins, you're at the wrong production. So if you're all down for that, you're in the right place. Lastly, I think there was something else I meant to tell you. I forgot my notes. It'll have to be good enough. Stay out of the aisles, and there'll be a 15-minute intermission. So I advise you to stick in your seats till then, because it'll be hard for us to get out. At which time there'll be a restroom and concessions and all that. The show runs approximately 2 hours, a little over 2 hours by the time we're all done, including intermission, so hang tight, enjoy the show. And now, Shakespeare's The Tragedy of Macbeth.
When shall we three meet again? In thunder, lightning, or in rain?
When the hurly-burly's done, when the battle's lost and won.
That will be ere the set of sun.
Where the place?
Upon the heath.
There, to meet with Macbeth.
Fair is foul.
And
And
foul
foul is fair. Hover through the fog and filthy air.
Fair is foul.
And foul is fair. Hover through the fog and filthy air.
What bloody man is that? He can retort as seemeth by his plight. of the revolt, the new estate.
This is the sergeant who, like good and hardy soldier, fought against my captivity. Hail, brave friend! Say to the king the knowledge of the broil as thou did grievous.
Doubtful it stood, as two sped swimmers that do cling together and choke their art. The merciless Macdonald, worthy to be a rebel, for to that the multiplying villainies of nature do swarm upon him. From the western isles of currents and gallowglasses is supplied, and fortune on his damned coral smiled and showed like a rebel's whore, but all's too weak. For brave Macbeth, well, he deserves that name. Disdaining fortune with his brandished steel, which spoke with bloody execution like valor's minion, carved out his passage till he faced the slave, which ne'er shook hands, nor bade him farewell, till he unseamed him from the nave to the chaps, and fixed his head upon our battlements.
Oh, worthy cousin, true gentleman.
As whence the sun begins his reflection, shipwrecking storms and direful thunders break. So from that spring which comfort seemed to come, discomfort swells. Mark, King of Scotland, mark. No sooner justice had with valor armed, compelled these skipping currents to trust their heels. But the Norwegian lord, surveying vantage, with his furbished arms and new supplies of men, began a fresh assault.
Dismayed not this our captains, Macbeth and Banquo?
Yes. The sparrows, eagles, or the hare, the lion. If I say sooth, I must report that they were as cannons overcharged with double cracks. So they doubly redoubled strokes upon the foe, except they meant to bathe in reeking wounds, or memorize another Golgotha, I cannot tell. But I am faint. My gashes cry for help.
So well thy words become thee as thy wounds. They smack of honor both. Go get him, surgeons. Who comes there?
The worthy thanes of Ross and Fife.
God save me.
Whence comest thou, worthy thanes?
From Fife, great king, with the Norwegian banners flout the skies and fan our people cold. Norway himself, with terrible numbers, assisted by that most disloyal traitor, the Thane of Cawdor, began a most dismal conflict, so that Bellona's bridegroom, lapped in proof, confronted him with self-comparisons, point against point, rebellious, arm against arm, curbing his lavish spirit. And to conclude, the victory fell on us.
Great happiness.
That now Sweno, the Norway's king, craves composition, nor will we deign him burial of his men until he disbursed upon St. Colm's Inch $10,000 to our general use.
No more. That Thane of Cawdor shall deceive our bosom interest. Go pronounce his present death, and with his former title, greet Macbeth.
I'll see it done.
What he hath lost, noble Macbeth hath won.
Where hast thou been, sister?
Killing swine.
Sister, where thou?
A sailor's wife had chestnuts in her lap, and munched and munched and munched. Give me, quoth I. Aroint thee, witch, the rump that running cries. Her husband's to Aleppo gone, master tiger. But in a sieve I'll thither sail, and like a rat without a tail, I'll do, and I'll do.
I'll give thee a wind.
Thou art kind.
And I another.
I myself have all the other. From the very ports they blow, all the quarters that they know in the shipman's card. I will drain him dry as hay. Sleep shall neither night nor day hang upon a penthouse lid. He shall live a man forbid. Wearisome nights, 9 times 9 shall he dwindle, peak and pine. Though his bark cannot be lost, yet it shall be tempest tossed. Look what I have here.
Show me.
Here I have a pilot's thumb. Wrecked as homeward he did come.
A drum! A drum! Macbeth doth come.
The weird sisters, hand in hand, posters of the sea and land, thus do go about,
Thrice to thine and thrice to mine,
and thrice again to make up 9.
Peace.
The charms wound up.
So foul and fair a day I have not seen.
How far is to call the forest? What are these, so withered and so wild in their attire that look not like inhabitants of the earth and yet are on it? Live you, or are you aught that man may question? You seem to understand me by each at once a chappy finger laying upon her skinny lips. You should be women, and yet your horns forbid me to interpret that you are so.
Speak, if you can. What are you?
All hail, Macbeth. Hail to thee, Thane of Glamis.
All hail Macbeth. Hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor.
All hail Macbeth! Thou shalt be king hereafter.
Good sir, why do you start and seem to fear things that do sound so fair? In the name of truth, are ye fantastical, or that indeed which outwardly ye show? My noble partner you greet with present grace and great prediction of noble having and royal hope, that he seems rapt withal. To me you speak not. If you can look into the seeds of time and say which grain will grow and which will not, speak then to me who neither beg nor fear your favors nor your hate.
Hail,
Hail, hail! Lesser than Macbeth and greater.
Not so happy, yet much happier.
Thou shalt get kings, though thou be none. So, all hail Macbeth and Banquo.
Banquo and Macbeth. All hail.
Stay! You imperfect speakers! Tell me more! By Sinel's death I know I am Thane of Glamis, but how of Cawdor? The Thane of Cawdor lives, a prosperous gentleman, and to be king stands not within the prospect of belief, no more than to be Cawdor. Say from whence you owe this strange intelligence, or how upon this blasted heath you stop our way with such prophetic greeting. Speak! I charge you!
The earth hath bubbles as the water has, and these are of them. Whither are they vanished?
Into the air. And what seemed corporal melted as breath into the wind. Would they had stayed!
Were such things here as we do speak about, or have we eaten on the insane root that takes the reason prisoner?
Your children shall be kings.
You shall be king,
And Thane of Cawdor too, I did not so.
to the self-same tune and words. Who's here?
The king, Macbeth, happily received the news of thy success. And when he reads of thy personal venture in the rebels' fight, his wonders and his praises do contend which should be thine or his. Silenced with that, in viewing over the rest of the self-same day, he finds thee in the stout Norwegian ranks, nothing afeard of what thyself didst make, strange images of death. As thick as hail came post with post, and every one did bear thy praises in his kingdom's great defence, and poured them down before him.
We are sent to give thee from our royal master thanks, only to herald thee into his side, and not pay thee.
And, for an earnest of a greater honour, he bade me from him call thee Thane of Cawdor, in which addition hail, most worthy Thane, for it is thine.
What? Can the devil speak true?
The Thane of Cawdor lives. Why do you dress me in borrowed robes?
Who was the Thane lives yet, but under heavy judgment bears his life, which he deserves to lose, whether he was combined with those of Norway, or did line the rebel with hen help and vantage, or that of both. He labored in his country's wreck, and treason's capital, confessed and proved, have overthrown him.
Lost and Thane of Connor, the greatest is behind. Thanks for your pains. Do you not think children shall be kings, when those which gave the Thane of Connor to me promised no less to them?
That trusted home might yet enkindle you unto the crown, besides the Thane of Cawdor, but 'tis strange. And oftentimes, to win us to our harm, the instruments of darkness tell us truths, win us with oddest trifles, to betray us in deepest consequence. Cousins, a word, I pray you.
Two truths are told, as happy prologue to the swelling act of the imperial theme. I thank you, gentlemen. Cannot be ill. Cannot be good. If ill, why hath it given me earnest of success, commencing in a truth I am Thane of Connor? If good, might I yield to that suggestion, whose horrid image doth unfix my hair and make my seated heart knock at my ribs against the use of nature. Present fears are less than horrible imaginings. My thought, which is but fantastical, shakes so my single state of man that function is smothered in surmise, and nothing is but what is not.
Look how our partners laughed.
If chance will have me king, why chance may crown me without my stir.
New honors come upon him, like our strange garments, cleave not to their mold, but with the aid of use.
Come what, come may, time and the hour runs through the roughest day.
Worthy Macbeth, we stay upon your leisure.
Give me your favors. My dull brain was wrought with things forgotten. Kind gentlemen, your pains are registered where every day I turn the leaf to read them. Let us toward the king. Think on what hath chanced, and add more time, the interim having waited. Let us speak our free hearts, each to other.
Very gladly.
Till then, enough. Come, friends!
Is execution done on Cawdor? Are not those in commission yet returned?
My liege, they are not yet come back, but I've spoken with one that saw him die, who did report that very frankly he confessed his treasons and implored your highness's pardon and set forth the deep repentance. Nothing in his life became him like believing it. He died as one that had been studying in his death, to throw away the dearest thing he owed as it were a careless trifle.
There is no art to find the mind's construction in the face. He was a gentleman on whom I placed an absolute trust. Oh, worthiest cousin, the sin of my ingratitude even now weighs heavy on me. Thou art so far before that swiftest wing of recompense is slow to overtake thee. Only I have left to say, more is thy due than more can ever pay.
The service and the loyalty I owe in doing it pays itself. Your highness' part is to receive our duties. Our duties are to your throne and state children and servants, which do but what they should by doing everything safe towards your love and honor.
Welcome hither. I have begun to plant and will labor to make thee full of growing. No less background. Thou hast no less discerning, unless we know not to have no done so. Let me enfold thee and hold thee to my heart.
There, if I grow, the harvest is your own.
My plenteous joys, ones of thankfulness, seek to hide themselves in drops of sorrow. Sons, kinsmen, thanes, and all you whose places are the nearest, know we shall establish our estate upon our eldest Malcolm, whom we name her after, the Prince of Cumberland, which unaccompanied must not invest him only, but nobleness like stars shall shine on all deservers. From hence to Inverness, to bind us further to you.
The rest is labor which is not used for you. I'll be myself the harbinger and make joyful the hearing of my wife with your approach. So humbly take my leave.
My worthy Paul.
The Prince of Cumberland. That is the step on which I must fall down or else or leap, for in my way it stands. Stars, hide your fires. Let not light see my black and deep desires. I wink at the hand, but let that be which the eye fears when it is done to see.
True worthy Banquo, he is full, so valiant, and in his commendations I am fed. It is a banquet to me. Let's after him, whose care has gone before to bid us welcome. It is a peerless kinsman.
They met me in the day of success, and I have learned by the perfectest report they have more in them than mortal knowledge. As I burned in desire to question them further, they made themselves air into which they vanished. As I burned in desire to question them further, came missives from the king who all hailed me, Thane of Cawdor. By which title before these weird sisters saluted me and referred me to the coming on of time with Hail King that shall be. This have I thought good to deliver thee, my dearest partner of greatness, that thou mightst not lose the juice of rejoicing by being ignorant of what greatness has promised thee. Lay it to thy heart and farewell. Glamis, thou art, and Cawdor, and shalt be what thou art promised. I fear thy nature is too full of the milk of human kindness to catch the nearest way. Thou wouldst be great, taught not without ambition, but without the illness should attend it. What thou wouldst highly, that wouldst thou wholly, wouldst not play false, and yet wouldst strongly win. Thou dost have great grounds, that which cries, thus thou must do if thou have it, and that which rather thou dost fear to do than wishes should be undone. Hie thee hither, that I may pour my spirits in thine ear, and chastise with the valor of my tongue all that impedes thee from the golden round, which fate and metaphysical aid does seem to have crowned with all. What is your tidings?
Our king comes here tonight.
Thou art mad to say it. Is not my master with him, who were so informed for preparation?
So please you, it is true. Our thane is coming. One of my fellows had the speed of him, who almost dead for breath, and had scarcely more than he make up his message.
Bring him tending me. It's great news. The raven himself is worse the crooks, the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlements. Come, ye spirits that tend on mortal thoughts. Unsex me here and fill me from the crown to the toe, chock full of direst cruelty. Make thick my blood, stop up the access and passage to remorse, that no compunctious visitings of nature shake my fell purpose, nor keep peace between the effect and it. Come to my women's breast and take my milk for gall, you murdering ministers. Wherever in your savage substances you do wait on nature's mischief. Come, thick night, and pall thee in the dumbest smoke of hell, that my keen knife see not the wound it makes, nor heaven peep through the blanket of the dark to cry, hold, hold. Great Glamis, worthy Cawdor, greater than both, by the all hail hereafter. Thy letters have transported me beyond this ignorant present, and I feel now the future in the instant.
My dearest love, Duncan comes here tonight.
And when goes ahead?
Tomorrow, as he purposes.
Never shall sun that morrow see. Thy face, my fane, is as a book, whereon man may read strange matters to beguile the time. Look, the time. For welcome in your eye, your hand, your tongue, look like the innocent flower, but be the serpent under it. He whose coming must be provided for, and you shall lay this night's great business into my dispatch, which shall to all our days and nights to come give solely sovereign sway and masterdom.
We shall speak further.
Only look clear. To alter favor ever is to fear. Leave all the rest to me.
This castle had a pleasant seat. The air, nimbly and sweetly, recommends itself unto our gentle senses.
This guest of summer, the temple-haunting martlet, does approve by his loved mansionry that the heaven's breath smells wooingly here. No jutty, frieze, buttress, nor coign of vantage, but this bird hath made his pendant bed and procreant cradle where they most breed and haunt. I have observed the air is delicate.
See, our honored hostess. The love that follows us sometimes is our trouble, which still we thank as love. Herein I teach you how you should regard idleness for your pains and thank us for your trouble.
All our service in every point, twice done and then done double, were poor and single business to contend with the honors broad, and deep wherewith your majesty loads our house. For those of old and the late dignities heaped up to them, we rest your hermits.
Where's the Thane of Cawdor? We coursed him at the hills and had a purpose to be his purveyor. But he rides well, and his great love, sharp as his spur, hath helped him to his home before us. Fair and noble hostess, we are your guests tonight.
Your servants ever have theirs themselves, and what's theirs, in comp to audit, at your highness's pleasure, all to return your own.
Give me your hand. Conduct me to my host. We love him highly, and shall continue our graces towards him by your leave, hostess.
If it were done when 'tis done, then 'twere well it were done quickly. If the assassination could trammel up the consequence and catch with his surcease success, that this blow might be the be-all and the end-all here, but here, upon this bank and shoal of time, will jump the life to come. But in these cases, we still have judgment here. That we but teach bloody instruction, which being taught returns to plague the inventor. This even-handed justice commends the ingredients of our poison chalice to our own lips. He's here in double trust. First, as I am his kinsman and his subject, both strong against the deed, then as his host, who should against his murderer shut the door, not bear the knife, myself. Besides, this Duncan hath borne his faculties so meek, hath been so clear in his great office, that his virtues will cry like angels, trumpet-tongued against the deep damnation of his taking off, and pity, like a naked newborn babe striding the blast, or heaven's cherubim horsed upon sightless couriers of the air, shall blow the horrid deed in every eye, that tears shall drown the wind. I have no spur to break the sides of my intent, but only vaulting ambition, which o'erleaps itself and falls on the other. How now, what news?
He hath almost supped. Why have you left the chamber?
Hath he asked for me?
Know you not he has.
We will proceed no further in this business. He hath honored me of late, and I have bought golden opinions from all sorts of people, which will be worn now in their newest gloss, not tossed aside so soon.
Was the hope drunk wherein you dressed yourself? Hath it slept since, and wakes it now to look so green and pale, when it did so freely? From this time such I account thy love, art thou afeard to be the same in thine own act and valor as thou art in desire? Wouldst thou have that which thou esteemest the ornament of life, and live a coward in thine own esteem, letting I dare not wait upon I would, like the poor cat in the attic?
Prithee, peace! I dare do all that may become a man. Who dares do more is none.
What beast was it then that made you break this enterprise to me? When you durst do it, then you were a man. And to be more than what you were, you would be so much more than man. Nor time nor place did then adhere, and yet you would make both. They have made themselves, and that their fitness now does unmake you. I have given suck, and know how tender it is to love the babe that milks me. I would, while he was smiling in my place, have plucked my nipple from his boneless gums, and dashed the brains out had I so sworn, as you have done to this.
If we should fail!
We fail. Screw your courage to the sticking place, and will not fail. When Duncan is asleep, whereto the rather shall his day's hard journey soundly invite him, his 2 chamberlains will I with wine, and Wazzle so convince. That memory, the warder of the brain, shall be a fume, and the receipt of reason a line back only, when in swinish sleep their drenched natures lie as in death. What cannot you and I perform upon the unguarded Duncan? What not put upon these spongy officers who shall bear the guilt of our great quell?
Bring forth men, children only, for thy undaunted mettle should compose nothing but males. Will it not be received when we have marked with blood those sleepy to his own chamber, and use their very daggers that they have done it?
Who dares receive it of him, as we shall make our grace and clamor roar upon his death?
I am settled, and bend up each corporal agent to this terrible feat. Awake, and mock the time with fairest show. False face must hide what the false heart doth know.
How goes the night, boy?
The moon is down. I have not heard the clock.
And she goes down at 12.
Take it 'tis later, sir.
Hold, take my knife. There's husbandry in heaven. Their candles are all out. Take thee that too. A heavy summons lies like lead upon me, and yet I would not sleep. Merciful powers, restrain in me the cursed thoughts that nature gives way to in repose. Give me my knife. Who's there?
A friend.
What, sir? Not yet at rest? The king's abed. He hath been an unusual pleasure, and sent forth great largesse to your offices. This diamond he greets your wife withal by the name of most kind hostess, and shut up in measureless content.
Being unprepared, our will became the servant to defect, which else should free have wrought.
All's well. I dreamt last night of the 3 weird sisters. To you they have shown some truth.
I think not of them. Yet, if we could entreat an hour to spare, we would spend it in some words upon that business, if you would grant the time.
At your kindest leisure.
If you shall cleave to my consent when 'tis, it shall make honor for you.
So I lose none in seeking to augment it, but still keep my bosom franchised and allegiance cleared. I shall be counseled.
Good repose the while.
Thanks, sir. The light to you.
Is this a dagger, which I see before me? The handle toward my hand. Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet I see thee still. Art thou not sensible to feeling as to touch? But art thou but a dagger of the mind, a false creation, proceeding from the heat-oppressed brain? I see thee yet in form as palpable as that which now I draw. Thou marshalest me the way that I was going, and such an instrument I was to use. My eyes are made of fools, or the other senses, or else worth all the rest. I see thee still, and on thy blade, and dudgeon gouts of blood, which was not so before. There's no such thing! It is the bloody business that informs thus to mine eyes. Now, o'er the one-half world nature seems dead, and wicked dreams abuse the curtained sleep. Witchcraft celebrates pale Hecate's offering, and withered murder alarmed by his sentinel, the wolf, whose howls his watch. Thus, with his stealthy pace, with Tarquin's ravishing strides, towards his design, moves like a ghost. Thou sure and firm set earth, hear not my steps, which way they walk, for fear thy very stone shall prate of my whereabout, and take the present horror from the time which suits with it. Whilst I threat, he lives, words to the heat of deeds, too cold breath gives. I go, and it is done. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell.
What hath made them drunk hath made me bold. What hath quenched them hath given me fire. Twas the owl that shrieked, the fatal bellman which gives the sternest good night. He is about it. The doors are open, and the store-fit rooms do mock their charge with their snores. I have drugged their possets, their death and nature do contend about them whether they live or die.
Sleep no more.
Who's that one? Who? Oh Lord, I'm afraid they have awakened and 'tis not done. The attempt and the deed not confound us.
Worms hath murdered sleep.
I laid the daggers at the ready, he could not miss them. Had he not resembled my father as he slept, I had done it. Cador shall sleep no more. My husband.
I have done the deed.
Macbeth shall sleep no more.
Did thou not hear a noise?
I heard the owl scream and the crickets cry. Did not you speak?
When?
Now.
As I descended.
I.
Hark! This is a sorry sight!
Foolish not to say a sorry sight.
There's one did laugh in his sleep, and the other cried, murder! I stood and heard them, that they did wake each other. But then they said their prayers again, and went back to sleep.
There are two lodged together.
One cried, God bless us, and amen, the other is in
Oh, the daggers from the place. They must either go smear the city.
Go no more! I'm afraid to think what I've done. Look on again, I dare not.
Infern of purpose! The sleeping and the dead are but as pictures. 'Tis the eye of childhood that appears a painted devil. And made you feel the faces of the seen their
What is this knocking? Oh, how it's me that every noise appalls me. What hands are these? Look at my knives. Will all great Neptune's ocean wash the blood clean from these hands? No, rather, these hands for the multitudinous seas in Incarnadine, making a green one red.
My hands are of your color, but I shame to wear a heart so white. But hark, you're knocking at the southern come. The little water places of the street. How easy is it then? My Constance, you will be unattended. More knocking. Come, get on your nightgown, lest occasion call us, and show us to the watchers. Be not lost so poorly in your thoughts.
To know my deed, were best not know myself. Wake, damn it, with thy knocking! I would have closed!
Here's a knocking indeed. If a man were porter of Hellgate, he should have old turning the key. Just knock, knock. Who's there in the name of Beelzebub? Here's a farmer that hanged himself on the expectation of plenty. Ooh, come in time, have napkins enough about you here, you'll sweat for it. Knock, knock, who's there? The other devil's name. Faith. Here's an equivocator that could swear in both the scales against either scale, who committed treason enough, for God's sake, yet could not equivocate to heaven. Oh, come in, equivocator. Knock, knock, who's there? Oh, here's an English tailor. Sent hither for stealing to the French. Come in, Taylor. Here you may roast your goose. What are you?
shift to cast him. Is that Master Stern?
Good morning, noble sir.
Good morrow both.
Is the king stirring, worthy dame?
Not yet.
Oh, he did command me to call timely on him. I've almost slipped the hour.
I'll bring you to him.
I know this is a joyful trouble to you. But yet 'tis one.
The labor we delight in physics pain. Here's the door.
I'll make Sybil to call. We can smile into the service.
Goes the king hence today?
He does. You did appoint so.
Oh, the night had been unruly where we lay, and our chimneys were blown down. And as they say, lamenting heard in the air, with strange strains of death, and prophesying with accents terrible of dire combustion and confused events. Oh, and new hatched the woeful time, the obscure bird clamored the livelong night. Oh, and some say the earth was feverish and did shake.
'Twas a rough night.
My own remembrance cannot parallel fellow.
Horror! 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 Tongue nor heart cannot conceive nor name thee.
What's the matter?
Confusion now hath made his masterpiece. Most sacrilegious murder hath broke off the Lord's anointed temple and stole thence the life of the building.
What you say, the life?
Meaning of his majesty?
Approach the chamber and destroy your sight with a new gorgon. Do not bid me speak. Stand and speak yourselves. Awake! Awake! Ring the alarm bell! Murder and treason! Banquo! Malcolm! Shake off this gouging sleep, death's counterfeit, and look on death itself! Look and see the great Duke's image, Malcolm! Banquo, as from your graves, rise up and walk like sprites to countenance this horror! Ring the bell!
What's the business that such a hideous trumpet calls to parley the sleepers of the house? Speak. Speak.
Gentle lady, 'tis not for you to hear what I can speak. The repetition in a woman's ear with murder as it fell. Banquo, our royal master is murdered.
What? Alas, in our house?
Too cruel anywhere. Too rough. I prithee contradict thyself and say it is not so.
Had I but died an hour before this chance, I'd lived a blessed time. For now, from this instant, there is nothing serious in mortality. All is but toys. The wine of life is drawn. Renown and grace are dead, and the mere lees are left, the vault to brag of.
What is amiss?
You are, and do not know it. The spring, the head, the fountain of your blood is stopped. The very source of it is stopped.
Your royal father's murdered.
By whom?
By those of his chamber, as it seemed had done it, their hands and faces were embadged with blood, and so were their daggers, which unwiped were hung upon their pillows. They stared and were distracted, and no man's life was to be trusted with them.
Oh, yet I do repent me in my fury that I did kill them.
Wherefore did you so?
Who can be amazed, wise, furious, and temperate, loyal and neutral in an instant? No man! The expedition of my violent love outran the cause of reason. Here lay Duncan, his silver skin laced with his golden blood, his gash stab looked like a breach in nature for ruin's wasteful entrance. There the murderers, steeped in the color of their trade, their daggers unmannerly breached with gore. Who could refrain that had a heart to love, and in that heart courage to make love known?
Help me, hence.
To the lady.
And when we have our naked frailties hid, that suffer in exposure, let us meet and question this most bloody piece of work to
on manly readiness and meet in the hall together.
Well contented.
I'll not consort with them. To show an unfelt sorrows and office which the false man does easy. All to England, there's daggers and men's smiles, and the nearer blood, the nearer bloody.
Thou hast it now. King Cawdor, Glamis, all as the weird women promised. And I fear thou playedst most foully for it. Yet it was said that it should not stand in my posterity, but that myself should be the root and father of many kings. If there come truth from them, as upon thee, Macbeth, their speeches shine, why? By the verities on thee made good, may they not be my oracles as well and set me up in hope? I hash no more.
Here's our chief guest. Tonight we hold a solemn supper, sir, and I'll request your presence.
Let your highness command upon me, to the which my duties are with a most indissoluble tie, forever knit.
Ride you this afternoon.
Aye, my good lord.
We should have else desired your good advice, which hath been both grave and prosperous in this day's council. 'Tis far you ride.
As far, my lord, as will fill up the time. Twixt this and supper, though not my horse the better, I must become a borrower of the night for a dark hour or twain.
Fail not our feast.
My lord, I will not.
We hear our bloody cousin is bestowed in England, not confessing his cruel parasite, filling his hearers with strange invention. But of that tomorrow. When therewithal we shall have cause of state craving us jointly. Are you to horse? Adieu, till you return at night. Goes Leonce with you?
Aye, my good lord. Our time does call upon us.
I wish your horses swift and sure of foot, and so I do commend you to their backs. Farewell. To be thus is nothing, but to be safely thus, our fears in Banquo stick deep, and in that nobleness of his nature reigns that which would be feared. 'Tis much he dares, and to that dauntless temper of his mind he hath a wisdom that doth guide his valor to acts of safety. There is none but he whose being I do fear, and under him my genius is rebuked, as it is said Mark Antony's was by Caesar. He chid the sisters when first they put the name of king upon me, and bade them speak to him. Then prophet-like they held him father to a line of kings. Upon my head they placed a fruitless crown and put a barren scepter in my grip, thence to be wrenched with an unmenial hand, no son of mine succeeding. If it be so, for Banquo's issue, have I filed my mind? For then the gracious Duncan have I murdered, put bankers in the vessel of my peace, and mine eternal jewel given to the common enemy of man, to make them kings, the seed of Banquo kings! Rather than so, come fate into the list, and champion me to the utterance. Who's there? Was it not yesterday that we spoke together?
It was, so please, your highness.
Well, then now, have you considered of my speeches? Know that it was Banquo in times past who held you so under fortune, which you thought had been our innocent self.
You made it known to us.
I did so, and went further, which is now our point of second meeting. Do you find it in your nature to be patient in such a predominance that you can let that go?
We are men, my liege.
Aye, in the catalogue ye go for men as hounds or greyhounds, mongrels, spaniels, curs, or clets, rather than even dogs. Now, if you have a station in a file, and not in the worst rank of manhood, say it, and I will put that business in your bosom, whose execution takes your enemy up.
I am one, my liege, whom the vile blows and buffets of the world have so incensed that I am reckless what I do to spite the world.
Then I, another, so weary with disasters, tugged with fortune, that I would set my life on any chance to mend it. Or be rid of it.
Both of you know that Banquo was your enemy.
True, my lord.
So is he mine. And in such bloody distance that every minute of his being thrusts against the nearest of my life. And though I could with barefaced power slide him from my seat and bid my will about it, yet I must not. For certain friends that are both his and mine, whose loves I cannot draw, that wail his fall, that I myself struck down. And thence it is that I, to your assistance, do make love. Massing the business from the common eye for sundry weighty reasons.
We shall, my lord, perform what you command us.
Though our lives are
Your spirit shine through. Within this hour at most, I will advise you where to plant yourself. Quite sure the perfect spy of the time for must be done tonight, and something from the palace. Always thought that I require a clearness, and with him to leave no rubs or botches in the work. Leos, his son, who keeps him company, whose absence is no less material to me than is his father's, must embrace the fate of this dark hour. Resolve yourselves apart. I'll come to you anon.
We are resolved, my lord.
I'll come to you straight. Abide within. It is concluded. Banquo, thy soul's flight, if it find heaven, must find it out tonight.
Is Banquo gone from court?
Hi, madam, but returns again tonight.
Say to the king I would attend his leisure for a few words.
Madam, I will.
Not sad. All spent. Where our desires got without content, to save to be that which we destroy, then find destruction dwell in doubtful joy. How now, my lord? Why do you keep alone? What starless fancies your companions making, using those thoughts which should indeed have died with them? They think on those things which are without all remedy should be without regard. What's done is done.
We have scotched the snake, not killed it. She'll close and be herself again, whilst our poor Malice reigns in danger of her former tooth. But let the frame of things disjoint, both the worlds suffer, and we will eat our meal in fear and sleep in the affliction of these terrible dreams which shake us nightly. Rather be with the dead, whom we, to gain our peace, have sent to peace, than on the terror of the mind lie in restless ecstasy. Duncan is in his grave. After life's fitful fever, he sleeps well. Treason has done his worst, nor steel, nor poison. Malice domestic, foreign levy, nothing can touch him further.
Come on. Gentle, my lord, sleek o'er your rugged looks. Be bright and jovial amongst your guests tonight.
Oh, so shall I love, and so I pray be you. Let your remembrance apply to Banquo. Give him eminence, both with eye and tongue. Unsafe the while that we must love our honors in these flattering strings, making our faces visor to our heart, disguising what they are.
Leave
full of scorpions is my mind, dear wife. Thou knowest Banquo and his Leon's limbs.
But in them nature's copy not eternal.
There is comfort yet. They are assailable. Do not talk her. Ere the bat hath flown its cloistered flight, there shall be done a deed of dreadful note.
What's to be done?
Come, sealing night, scarf up the tender eye of day, and with these bloody and invisible hands, capture and tear to pieces that great bond which keeps me pale. Good things of day begin to droop and drowse, while night's black agents to their praise do rouse. Thou marvelest at my words, but do it still. So prithee go.
Who do you bid thee join with us?
Macbeth.
He needs not our mistrust, since he delivers our offices and what we have to do to the direction just.
Then stand with us.
The west yet glimmers with some streaks of day, now spurs the later traveler pace to gain the timely end. Near approaches the subject of our watch.
I hear voices.
All right. Stand to it.
rain tonight.
Let it come down.
Fly! Treachery! Fly! Good grief! Fly!
Thou mayest revenge!
That's not the way. The sun has fled. We've lost the best half of our affair. Well, that's a way to say how much is done.
You know your own degrees. At first and last, the hearty welcome.
Thanks to your majesty.
Oh, ourselves will mingle with society and play the humble host. Our hostess keeps her state, but in best time we will require the welcome.
Pronounce it for me, sir, to all of our friends, for my heart speaks they are welcome.
See, they encounter you with their hearts' thanks. Be large in mirth. Anon will drink a measure the whole room round. Ooh, there's blood on my face.
'Tis Banquo's then.
Better thee without than he within. Is he dispatched?
My lord, his throat is cut. That I did for him.
Thou art the best of the cutthroats. But he's good that did the like for Fleance. If thou didst it, thou art the nonpareil.
Most royal, sir. Fleance escaped?
Then comes my fate again! I had else been perfect. Whole as the marble, founded as the rock, as broad and general as a casing air, and now I am cabined, cribbed, confined down into saucy fears and doubts. But Banquo's safe.
Yes, my lord. Safe in a ditch he bides with 20 trenchant gashes in his head, the least adapt to nature.
Thanks for that. There the great serpent lies. The worm that's fled hath nature that in time will venom breed no teeth for the present. Get you gone. We'll cure ourselves tomorrow.
My good lord, you will give it cheer the face and soul that is now often vouched for as a name which is given. Welcome to fever Bethlehem. From thence, the sauce to meet its ceremony meeting were there without it.
Sweet remembrance, sir. Now, good digestion, weight on health, and appetite on both. Here had we our country's honor roofed with the graced person of our Banquo present. Who may I rather challenge for unkindness than pity for mischance?
His absence, sir, lays blame upon his promise. Please sit, your highness, and grace us with your royal company.
Here's a place reserved, sir.
Oh! Tell me who have done this!
What's my
Thou
lord?
canst not say I did it! Never shake thy gory locks at me!
Gentlemen, look! His highness is not well.
Prithee, peace. My good lord is often thus, and have been from his youth. The fit is momentary. Upon a thought he will be well again. Pray you drink, and regard him not. Are you a man?
And a bullfoot that may behold that which would appall the devil!
Oh, promise. Why do you make such faces? When all's done, you look but on the air.
Prithee! Look there! Behold, look low! What sayest thou? Why, what care I if thou canst nod? Speak too! If charm of horses and that we bury back. Our monument shall be the moths of Cain.
What's quite unmanned and folly?
If I stand here, I saw him.
For shame.
Blood hath been shedding now. In the olden times, ere the human statue purged the gentle wheel, since too, rapid murders performed, too terrible for the ear. The times had been that when the brains were out, the man would die and there an end. And now they rise with 20 mortal murders on their crowns and bushes from our seats. This is what strange in such a murder is.
My worthy lord, or no offense, I would laugh you.
I do forget. Do not muse at me, most worthy friends. I have an infirmity, which is nothing to those that know me. Come, love and health to all. Then I'll sit down. Give us wine, fill full. I drink to the general joy of the whole room, and to our dear friend Banquo, whom we miss. Would he were here. To all in him we thirst, all to all. Don't! I quit my sight! Let the earth hide thee! Thy bones are marrowless. Thy blood is cold. Thou hast no speculation in those eyes that thou dost glare with.
Think this, good friends, but as a thing of custom, 'tis no other, only it spoils the pleasure of the time.
What man dare? I dare. Approach thou like the rugged Russian bear, the armed rhinoceros or the urban tiger. Take any shape but that, and my firm nerves will never tremble. Oh, be alive again, and tear me to the desert with your sword. If I, trembling in habit, protest me, the baby of a girl. Hence! Horrible image of real mockery, hence! Why, being gone, I am a man again. Pray you, stay!
You have disrupted the good meeting, disquieted the mirth with most admired disorder.
Can such things be, and come upon us like a summer cloud, without our special wonder? You make me strange to the disposition that I owe. When I now think you can behold such sights, and keep the natural ruby of your cheek, when mine is blanched with fear.
What sights, my lord?
Pray you do not speak. Questions enrage him further. Pray you do not wait upon the order of your going, but go at once.
Good night, and better health attend his majesty.
A kind good night to all.
It will have blood. They say blood will have blood. Stones have been known to move and trees to speak. Auguries and understood relations have by magpies and caws and rooks brought forth the secretest man of blood. What is a knight?
Almost at odds with morning. Which is which?
How sayest thou that Macbeth denies his person at our great bidding?
Will you send to him, sir?
I will send. There is not a one of them that in his house I keep a servant feed. I will tomorrow betimes. I will to the weird sisters. More shall they speak, for I am bent to know by the worst means, the worst, for my own good, All causes shall give way. I am in blood, stepped in so far. Should I wade no more? Turning were as tedious as go o'er strange things I have in head that will to hand, which must be acted ere they may be scanned.
You lack the season of all natures.
Speak. Come, go to sleep. The strange and self-abuse is the initiate haste that makes good use. We are young indeed.
Rice and once the hedge pig whined.
Harp your cries, 'tis time, 'tis time.
Round about the cauldron go, in the poison entrails throw, sweltered venom sleeping got, boiled out first in the charmed pot. Double, toil and trouble, fire burn,
and
cauldron bubble.
Fillet of a fenny snake, in the cauldron boil and bake. Eye of newt and toe of frog, wool of bat, tongue of dog. For a charm of powerful trouble, like a hell broth boil and bubble. Double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Scale of dragon, tooth of wolf, witch's mummy and maw and gulf of the ravened salt sea shark. Root of hemlock digged in the dark. Finger of a birth-strangled babe, ditch delivered by a drab, make the gruel thick and slab. Add thereto a tiger's chaudron. For the ingredients of our cauldron, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Cool it with the baboon's blood. Then the charm is firm and good. By the pricking of my thumb, something wicked this way comes. Open locks, whoever knocks.
How now, you secret, black and midnight hags? What did you do?
A deed without a name.
I conjure you by all that you profess. Howe'er you note, answer me to what I ask you.
Speak.
Demand.
Will answer.
Say if thou'dst rather hear it from our mouths or from our master.
Call him. Let me see him.
Pour in sow's blood that hath eaten her 9 pharaoh to the flame.
Come high or low, thyself an office deftly show.
Tell me, thou unknown power.
He knows thy thought. Hear his speech, but say thou not.
Macbeth, Macbeth, Macbeth. Beware Macduff. Beware the Thane of Fife. Dismiss me and
enough.
Whate'er thou art, thy good caution makes, thou harpest my fears aright. But one word more.
He will not be commanded. Here's another more potent than the first.
Macbeth! Macbeth! Macbeth!
Had I 3 ears, I'd hear thee.
Be bloody, bold, and resolute. Laugh to scorn the power of man, for none of woman born may harm Macbeth.
Then live, Macduff. What need I fear of thee? And yet I'll make assurance double sure. Thou shalt not live. I may tell, pale-hearted fear it lies, and sleep in spite of thunder. What is this that rises as the issue of a king, and wears upon its brow the rounded top of sovereignty?
Listen, but speak not to it.
Be lion metal, proud, and take no care who chase, who frets, or where conspirers are. Macbeth shall never vanquished be, until the great Burnham wood to high Dunsinane Hill come against him.
That shall never be! Who can impress the forest, bid the tree, and fix its earthbound root? Sweet movements, good. Rebellion's head rise never, till the wood of Burnham rise. And our high-placed Macbeth shall live the lease of nature, and pay his breath to time and mortal custom. Yet my heart throbs to know one thing. Tell me, if your art can tell as much, will Banquo's issue ever reign in this kingdom?
Seek to know no more.
I will be satisfied to deny me this, and an eternal curse fall upon you. Let me know. What noise is that?
Show his eyes and grieve his heart. Come like shadows, so depart.
Thou art too like a spirit of Banquo down. Thy crown to sear mine eyeball, and thou, other gold-bound brow, is like the first, a third is like the former filthy hands. Why do you show me this? A fourth, start, eyes up with a line stretch onto the crack of doom. Another yet, a seventh, I'll see no more, yet an eighth appears, who bears a glass, which shows me many more, and some I see, 2 full balls and treble sounders bear. Now I see 'tis true, for the blood-bolted Banquo smiles upon me and points at them for his. What? Is it so? Where are they? Gone! Let this pernicious hour be I accursed in the calendar! Come in without there!
Your Grace.
Saw you the weird sisters?
No, my lord.
Came they not by you?
No, indeed, my lord.
Infected me the air on which they ride, and damned all those that trust them!
I bring you word. Macduff has fled to England.
Fled to England! Get you gone! Time! Thou anticipatest my dread exploit! From this moment, the firstlings of my hand will be the firstlings of my heart. And even now, to crown my thoughts with axe, be it thought and done! The castle of Macduff I will surprise, seize upon fight, put to the edge of the sword his wife, his babes, and all those who trace him in his line. No boasting like a fool. This deed I'll do before this purpose come.
What had he done to make him fly the land?
You must have patience, madam.
He had none. His flight was madness. When our actions do not, our fears do make us traitors.
You know not whether it was his wisdom or his fear.
His wisdom? To leave his wife, to leave his babes, his mansion, and his titles in a place from whence himself does fly? He loves us not. He wants the natural touch. For the poor wren, the most diminutive of birds, will fight, young ones in the nest, against the hound. All is the fear, and nothing is the love, as little is the wisdom where the flight so runs against all reason.
My dearest cuz, I pray you school yourself. But for your husband, he is noble, wise, judicious, and best knows the fits of the season. I dare not speak much further, but cruel are the times when we are traitors and do not know ourselves. We hold rumor from what we fear, yet know not what we fear, but float upon a wild and violent sea each way and move. I take my leave of you. It shall not be long, but I'll be here again. Things at the worst will cease, or else climb upward to what they were before. Pretty cousin, blessing upon you.
Father he is, and yet he's fatherless.
I am so much a fool that were I to stay any longer, it would be my disgrace and your discomfort. I take my leave of you.
Sirrah, your father's dead. And what will you do now? How will you live?
As birds do, mother.
What, with worms and flies?
That's what I mean. As do they.
Poor bird, thou'st never fear the net, nor the line, the pitfall, nor the gin.
Why should I, mother? Poor birds, they are not set for, and my father is not dead for all you're saying.
Yes, he is dead. How wilt thou do for a father?
And how wilt thou do for a husband?
Why, I can buy thee 20 at any market.
Then you'll buy them to sell them again.
Thou speakest with all thy wit, and yet, in faith, with wit enough for thee.
Is my father a traitor, mother?
Aye, that he was.
And what is a traitor?
Why, one that swears and lies.
And must all traitors that do so?
Everyone that does so is a traitor and must be hanged.
And must they all be hanged that swear and lie?
Everyone.
And who must hang them?
Why, the honest men.
Well, then the liars and swears are fools. For enough liars and swears to beat the honest men and hang up them.
God help thee, poor monkey. But how wilt thou do for a father?
If he were dead, we'd weep for him. If not, it were a good sign that I should quickly have a new father.
Poor prattler, how thou talkest.
Bless you, Freddy. I'm not too young, though into a state of honor I am perfect. I doubt some danger does approach you nearly. If you trust a homely man's advice, be not found here, hence with your little ones. To fight with us methinks I'm too savage, to do worse to you, or to fell cruelty which is too nigh your person. Heaven preserve you. I dare abide no longer.
Wait. Whither should I fly? I have done no harm. What are these faces?
Where is your husband?
I hope in no place so unsanctified where such as thou mayest find him.
He is a traitor.
That lies, thou shaggy villain.
What, you egg?
Young fried treachery.
Mother, run away, I pray you.
Murder! 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 Murder!
Let us seek out some desolate shade, and there, with our sad bosoms empty.
Let us rather hold fast the mortal sword, and like good men bestride our downfall and birthdown. Each new morn, new widow's howl, new orphan's cry, new sorrows strike heaven on the
face that it resounds as if it felt with Scotland, if yelled out like syllable of dolour.
What I believe, all will. What no believe, and what I can redress as I shall find the time to friend, I will. What you spoke of, it may be so perchance. This tyrant, whose sole name blisters our tongue, was once thought honest, and you have loved him well. He had not touched you. I am young, but something you may deserve of him through me, and wisdom, to offer a weak, poor innocent lamb, to appease an angry god.
I am not treacherous.
But Macbeth is! And a good and virtuous nature may recoil an imperial charge. But I shall crave your pardon. That whichever my thoughts cannot transpose, angels are bright still, though the brightest have fell. Though all things foul must wear the brows of grace, yet grace still must look so. I have lost my hopes. Perchance even there, where I did find my doubts, why in that rawness left you wife and child? Those precious motives, those strong knots of love, without any leave-taking? But I pray you, let not my jealousies be your dishonors, but my own safeties. You may be rightly just, whatever I shall.
Lead, poor country. Great tyranny, lay thou thy base ashore, for goodness dare not check thee. Right thou thy wrongs, title is afeard.
Fare thee well, Lord. I will not be the villain thou thinkest for the whole space that's in the tyrant's grasp and the riches to boot.
Be not offended. I speak not in absolute fear of you. I think with all this country sinks beneath the yoke. It weeps, it bleeds, and each day it gashes at its own wounds. I think with all hands would uplift in my right. And from here, gracious England had offer I up goodly thousands.
Not in the legions of horrid hell can there be a devil more damned in evils to top Macbeth. Oh, Scotland, Scotland! Oh, nation miserable with an untitled tyrant bloody sceptred! When shalt thou see thy wholesome days again?
Macduff, this noble passion, child of integrity, hath in my soul wiped the black scruples, reconciled the thoughts of thy good truth and honor. What I am truly is thine, and my poor country's to command. Before thy dear old Seward and 10,000 warlike men, already at a point and now setting forth, and now will together. Why are you silent?
Such welcome and unwelcome things all at once. It is hard to reconcile. See who comes here.
My countryman, but yet I know him not.
My ever-gentle cousin, welcome hither!
I know him now, good God! Be time to remove the means of making strangers!
Sir, amen.
Stand Scotland where it did.
Alas, poor country, almost afraid to know itself.
What's the newest grief?
How does my wife?
Why, well.
And all my children?
Well, too.
The tyrant has not battered at their peace?
They were all at peace when I did leave them.
Be not so stingy of your speech. How goest?
Your castle, sir, is surprised. Your wife and babe savagely slaughtered, to relate the men who were on the quarry of these martyred deer, to add the death of you.
Merciful heaven! What man, never pull your hat upon your brows. Give sorrow words for the grief that does not speak, whispers the overfraught heart and bids it to break.
My children too?
Wife, children, servants, all that could be found.
I must be from thence. My wife killed too?
I have said,
Be comforted. Let us make medicines of our great revenge to cure this deadly grief.
He has no children.
All my pretty ones? Did you say all?
Hellkite, all! Want all my pretty chickens and their dam at one fell swoop?
Dispute it like a man!
I shall do so. But I must also feel it as a man.
I cannot remember such things that were most precious to me.
ready, and our lack is nothing but our leave. And Macbeth is ripe for shaking, and the powers above put on their instruments, receive what cheer you may, for the night is long and never finds the day.
Why then 'tis time to do it. Hell is murky. Fie! What a soldier interfered! What have we to fear, who knows it, when none can call our power to account? Yet, what about the old man? To have so much blood in him! Oh, the Thane of Life had a wife. Where is she now? Will these hands never be clean? No more of that, my lord. No more of that. You'll mar all with this starting. Yet, there is the smell of blood still. All the perfumes of Arabia will not sweeten this little hand. Come. Put on your nightgown. Look, not so pale. I tell you again. Banquo's buried. He cannot come out on his grave. Come. I hear her knocking at the gate. Come. What's done? Get out.
Bring me no more reports. Let them fly all. Till Burnham would be come to Dunsinane, I cannot taint with fear. What's the boy of Malcolm? Was he not born of woman? The spirits that know all mortal consequence have pronounced me thus. Fear not, Macbeth! No man that's born of woman shall e'er have power upon thee. Then fly, false thanes, and mingle with the English epicures. The mind I sway by, and the heart I bear shall never sag with doubts or droop with fears.
My liege!
Devil damnly black, thou cream-faced loon! Where got us that goose look?
There is 10,000
Geese, villain!
soldiers, sir.
Go prick thy face, and overread thy fear, thou lily-livered boy! With soldiers, patch! Death of thy soul! Thy linen cheeks are counselors to fear. What soldiers? Wave face!
The English force, so please you.
Take your face hence! I am sick at heart when I behold this press will cheer me ever, or deceive me now. I have lived long enough. My way of life has fallen in the sere, the yellow leaf, and all that should accompany old age as honor, love, obedience, troops of friends. I must not look to have, but in their stead, curses, not loud, but deep, mouth honor, breath that the poor heart would fain deny and dare not. Seaton! Seaton, I say!
What is your gracious pleasure?
What news more?
All is confirmed, my lord, which was reported.
I'll fight till from my bones my flesh be hacked. How does my wife?
Not so sick, my lord, as she is troubled with thick-coming fancies that keep her from her rest.
Cure her of that! Canst thou not minister to a mind diseased? Pluck from the memory the rooted sorrow, rouse out the written trouble of the brain, and with some sweet, oblivious antidote, cleanse the stuffed bosom of the perilous stuff which weighs upon the heart.
Therein the patient must minister to himself.
Throw physic to the dogs! Oh, none of it! I shall not be afraid of death or bane till Burnham Forest come to Dunsinane!
Cousins, I hope day is near at hand and chambers will be safe.
We doubted nothing.
What woods are these before
The
us?
woods of Burnham.
Let every soldier hew him down a bough and bear it before him. Thereby shall we shadow the numbers of our hosts, make discovery and air report of us.
It shall be done.
We learn no other, but the confident tyrant keeps still in Dunsinane, and will endure our setting down before it.
Tis his main hope. For where advantage be given out, both more or less have given him the revolt, and none so with him constrain things whose hearts are absent too.
Let our just censures attend the true event, and put we on industrial soldiership.
Time approaches. That will, with due decision, make us know what we shall say we have and what we owe. Thoughts speculative, their unsure hopes relate, but certain issue strokes must arbitrate towards which advance the war!
Throw out our banners on the outward walls! The cry is still they come! Our castle strength will laugh a siege to scorn! There let them lie, to famine and ague eat them up, were they not forced with those that should be ours, we might have met them, dareful, beard to beard, and beat them backward home again. What noise is that?
It is the cry of woman, my good lord.
I had almost forgot the taste of fear. Time was that my senses would have cooled to hear a night shriek, and my fell of hair would rouse and stir as life were in it. I have supped full with horrors, direness, familiar to my slaughterous thoughts, cannot once start me. Wherefore was that cry?
The queen, my lord, is dead.
She should have died hereafter. There would have been a time for such a word. Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow creeps in its petty pace from day to day to the last still recorded time. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools to dusty death. Out, brief candle. Life is but a walking shadow. A poor player who struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. tongue. Thy story quickly.
Gracious, my lord. I should report that which I say I saw, but know not how.
Well, speak, sir.
As I did stand my watch upon the hill, I looked toward Burnham, and anon methought the wood began to move.
Liar and slave!
If be not so, within this 3 mile when you see it coming, I say a moving grove.
If thou speakest false, upon the next tree thou shalt hang, till famine eat thee up. If thy words be sooth, I care not if thou dost as much for me. I pull in resolution and begin to doubt the equivocation of that fiend that lies like truth. Fear not till Burnham would become the Dunsinane, and now a wood is come to Dunsinane. Arm on and out, if that which he avouches doth appear. There is no flying thence, no tarrying here. To be weary of the sun and wish the state of the world were now undone. Ring the alarm bell! Come, wind, blow rack, at least we'll die with harness on our backs!
Now near enough, your leafy screens go down and show like those you are. You, worthy Uncle John, with my cousin, your right noble son, lead our first battle. Worthy Macduff, take upon you what else you make us do.
Very well. Do it. Tyrant's power tonight. Let us be beaten. Fight.
Make all our trumpets speak. Give them all breath, those calamitous horror-ringers of blood and death!
They have tied me to a stake. I cannot fly. The bare leg, I will fight the course. What's he that's born of woman? Such a one I am to fear or none!
What is thy name?
Thou'lt be afraid to hear it.
No, though thou callest thyself a hotter name than any is in hell.
My name's Macbeth.
The devil could not pronounce a title more hateful to mine ear.
No, nor more fearful.
Thou liest, abhorrent tyrant. With my knife I'll prove the lie thou speakest.
Thou wast born of woman. At swords I smile. Weapons laugh to scorn. Brandished by one that's of a woman born.
Tyrant! Show thy face! If thou be a slave with no stroke of mine, my wife and children's ghosts will haunt me still. I cannot strike at wretched curs whose arms are hired to bear their staves. Either thou, Macbeth, or else my blade with an unbattered edge I sheet again undeeded. There thou shouldst be by this great clatter, one of greatest note seems rooted. Fortune, let me find him, and more I beg of not!
Why should I play the Roman fool and die on my own blade while I see life's the gashes do better on them?
Turn, hellhound! Turn!
Of all men else, I have avoided thee. But get thee back! My soul is touched too much with blood of thine already.
I have no words. My voice is in my blade. Thou bloodier villain than terms can give thee out!
Thou losest favor. As easy mayest thou your trenchant hair with thy keen blade impress, as make me bleed born.
Despair thy charm, and let the angel whom thou still hast served tell thee, Macduff was from his mother's womb untimely wrecked.
Cursed be the tongue that tells me so, for it hath cowed my better part of man, and be these juggling games no more believed, that palter with us in a double sense, and keep the word of promise to our ears, and break it to our hopes. I'll not fight with thee!
Then yield thee, coward, and live to be the show and gaze at the time. We shall have thee as our rarer monsters are, painted on a pole, and underwrit, here may you see the tyrant.
I will not yield to kiss the ground before young Malcolm's feet, and to be baited by the rabble's curses, though Burnham would be come to Dunsinane, and thou opposed, being of no woman born. Yet I'll try the last. Lay on, Macduff, and damn be him that first cries, hold, enough!
Some must go off, and yet by this I see so great a day as this was cheaply bought.
Macduff is missing, and your noble son.
Your son, my lord, has paid the soldier's debt. He only lived but till he was a man, the which no sooner had his prowess confirmed in the unshrinking station where he fought. But like a man he died.
Then he is dead.
Aye, and brought off the field. Your cause of sorrow should not be the measure of his worth, for then it hath no end.
Have he his hurts before?
Aye, on the front.
Why then, God soldier be he. Had I as many sons as I have hairs, I would not wish them to a fairer death. And so his knell is knolled.
He's worth more sorrow, and that I'll spend for him.
He's worth no more. They say he parted well and paid his score. May God be with him. Here comes me comfort.
Hail, King, for so thou art. Behold where stands the usurper's cursed head. I see thee compassed by thy kingdom's pearls, who speak my salutation in their minds, whose voices I desire aloud with mine. Hail, King of Scotland!
Hail! King of Scotland!
Hail!